Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 7 of Alien Dawn hard mode. We are going to move into our last episode, which was episode 6. So it seems we've left off with some nasty critters here. We're going to hope that this will still hold for these guys. There's a few of them, 11. They are the spitters, they are a pain in the butt, so let's just hope that everything goes well. I'm going to take the time to start to build for my turrets. So I'm going to want to put them up high. I see people that build these out of other things, metal or carbon if you got it, if you've done a nest. The wood is sufficient. They're not usually going to come at my fence anyway, and they shouldn't be destroying that. And again, this is an overabundant item I seem to have around here, so I am going to try and get my power going. At least I was hoping to. So let's draft all our people. Let's get them over here. Now, as I said, they are attracted to your people. And even though I have 2 people without weapons, I do need them to be right with my people. I can't have them cooking or farming, because what will happen is these people right here, these critters, are going to come, whoever's closest, they'll chew through the wall, and it will be hard to get them to come at me. Where I want them to come is coming around this corner. I want them coming in this tunnel. If I do put my people too close to here, they will just come right here and try to go through my wall. Let's see what happens. See, I'm a little too close, and all I gotta do is move. See? And they will change direction, and this will be fine. They won't come past because they see this open area, and that's what I want. So, this is pretty much how I want things to be. I'm going to get Nova to go take care of this guy, since he's just a bit of a pain. Let's draw them in. Because they'll just like to sit there and spit at your stuff. They don't want to really move in sometimes, and that's a bit of a pain. Alright, so let's let everyone go. We're going to mark all these insects, because who doesn't like a insect burger or insect stew, whatever you want to do with it. And let's get these into high gear again, since I cannot stand the speed of this. And we are going to copy this. I'm going to place 3 for now. And because I have solar panels, I am going to need a battery to store this power. And what I'm also going to need are, I'm going to need some electrical poles here to run this. So I'm going to see if all 3. No. So I'll just keep this here for now. And we're going to run a couple. Actually, I'll run that to the other side here. Run them flat across. I will be moving these around eventually. I'm just trying to get some main power set up for myself. I am going to have to put some lights in here as well. So this should be good. I do not really want them all working in the dark. And as you see, everyone helps out. Looks like I'm probably going to need a bit more trees, so let's just get a little bit more lumber. I'm sure Nova will head off to that soon. And these guys are working real hard here. And there she goes. Yeah, so this is good. So hopefully we get this up, and we're doing all right now. I'm gonna need Quinn on some clothing. So what I'm going to do is do a couple beanies. I probably need 3. I do these until, just because I don't need to do them until, because then they'll just keep making them, and that's not what I'm really wanting. I only want them to do a couple, and then we're good for that. So let's get some pants on. I see I'm not worried about the thermal pants because I haven't worried about the leathers. And I can't do the boots because I don't have enough for leathers, but that's fine because if I can get, good quality clothing on them, remember, they're working inside. They're only going out for short periods. Of course, Krista's on another meltdown. They're only working for short periods outside, and that is perfect for me. Let's get a power switch up. Then I'm going to want to get at least 1 laser turret up for now. And I'm going to put this on a power switch because, like I said, I had issues with the sensors. Even with lights at night, it didn't work, and it still didn't work. It was very delayed even in the daytime. So if you have had issues with this, please post a comment and let me know if this has been a problem for you for the motion sensors. So I'm looking like I'm going to need some more alloys, so I'm just going to copy this. I usually will never make more than 2 of these. More than 2 is not necessary. I like how they just kind of left the wood here on the floor. That's always good. It's always good. Love it when that happens. So I am going to make some copies here as well. Now I can run them next to each other like this. Next to my door, it still has a pathway, and they can still get on this side of it. So as long as there is a gap somewhere around it, that's more than sufficient. And let's see, what do we got Krista researching right now? Music. Going to need electronics. I will get the sensors because when I do the electric smelting, putting them inside, I put them on a day and night schedule so that they shut off at night because, again, my survivors are all in bed. And it's not really required for them to... let's get Emily to go play some darts here for a minute. It's not really required for them to do anything because there's no one around handling. So then it'll just sit there and it's just going to use my power at night. So instead of having to just have them handle it all the time, I just have them turn it off at night. And then it works for me. We're going to turn that switch off when the turret goes on. We're going to have to get it on the same schedule once that's finished. And I guess all I'm waiting for are my alloys, which is fine. It gives these guys time to take apart these insects. Nova's moving like pretty fast here. Let's see how much we've been able to get. Alright, we got a little bit. It'll help with our food. See, because, as I said, I wanted to build tight. I didn't overdo because I didn't want to make a whole massive amount of shelving. I had been planning to move. So therefore, I didn't want to overextend what I needed. So I kept my farms lower. We'll see how we go this winter, and I'll determine by next winter how much more I'm going to need. But remember, if I overdo on my crops, where am I putting it? It seems to be the problem. And I will be moving inside, so I will be having freezers. And I do not wish to overfill them. So that seems to be what I'm not trying to do here. I'm going to need some electronics. So I'm probably going to hope that I find some on some of these salvage missions here. You see, you have 2 different things. You have scavenge and you have salvage. people are misunderstood about how that works. You can get both in both. I don't quite understand it. I don't know if they're going to change that, but I've been able to get stuff, metals and supplies. Well, it's a scavenge, and then when it's a salvage, I can still get guns out of it. I can still get rations. I can still get clothing. So it's not just metal. As far as this version of this game is going, that you're not going to run out of things. That it's all just scrap. That's not quite true. So now, as you see, they'll get a bit chilly when they're out, and that's fine. That's why I wasn't worried too much about my crafting. They're not going to be staying out here. They're going to be inside, mostly cozy. So where's Krista? Krista probably could use a little bit more sleep. So I guess she was on a meltdown. So let's give her a little bit more rest. And Nova, I'm not too worried about you. And there's McQuinn, back on his construction. And then we're gonna have to change this to 1. And another cargo pod. So yeah, so I'm still also gonna want to get my balloon up. I was wanting to do that, but yes, I took advantage of the ability to get this building up. Things were moving okay, and I really, really wanted to get this up and running. And as you see, it's nice, it's cozy in here. They're all doing okay. They're within their tolerances. Again, I'm not looking for the most absolute perfect weather or temperature in here. What I'm looking for is enough that they're comfortable with the clothing they have. So yeah, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So once we get this balloon up and running, I'd like to get Quinn off on a couple missions. He is quite fast at this, so some of the original missions will be not so bad to send him off on. Because yeah, you're able to get good stuff. This is where you get your breakthroughs. So I am going to have to make sure I do have enough gasoline for this. So I have 50. These require 30 gas to go on a mission. I am hoping to get the breakthrough for the balloon. I don't have this in my list. So yeah, so what I really want is by year 2, I really want to get these guys some guns, and I want to take them off to a nest. Let's see if we got some around here. We should have one over here, and this one's got quite a lot of stuff. It's fairly close. In my other games, I have done nests all over the place, and my trick to that is I run relay stations of little shacks. So I build the little camps, and then I put the storages in, and I have them only take the carbon, and then I run every so often a relay of them. Because when you go further distance, it takes too long to carry it all back. It seems to be very heavy for them. So therefore, I use the relay system, and it works really well, because they'll just mine it, drop it to the closest location, and then they will head back to do what they got to do. Okay. See what's Quinn got going on here. Got some hats for people done, or what? What do we got going on? Got a beanie. Perfect. Krista's already got one. Nova's helmet is pretty good for that, so she's good. And we're going to give Quinn a beanie as well. Alright. So, I mean, as you see, our crafting's moving along. I know people have chosen, Vivian or whatever, because she crafts cloth and leather fast. If you do this method, you're not really going to need to worry about crafting for the winter. I was more thinking to get my people inside than worrying about what their clothing was. What they had on would last, hopefully, until then. And as I said, I've ran them in underwear. So they even lose shoes. It's not even going to matter to me. I don't really care. They're close to their home, and all they got to do is go back inside, and perfect. So this is why I don't worry about crafting. And then now I have the opportunity. They're in somewhere nice. Everyone's in here. All their supplies are close. And now I'm going to be able to craft really nice. So I think we're going to give... Quinn's already got a sweater on anyway, but it's going to wear out. Because I am going to want to send him out, I want him in nice clothing. The other thing I do with my clothing is I destroy it. So instead of letting it finish off, I break it down, it turns into scrap cloth, and then I will turn the scrap cloth into... well, it looks like we got some animals here. Let's see where they are. Alright, we got a bit of them. Bunch of doozies. So, I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. I am going to take Nova off. So take my scavenge or salvage off because I don't want them wandering out. And as you see, I mean, I'm year one, 41 days in. These guys are doing alright. Krista, I already explained from the beginning, is... Even in late game, when you give her everything, she still is on the verge of a meltdown. Like I say, what I'm looking for is greens across the board for most of the stuff. You know, you can't make everyone happy in this game, so I do what I can. Alright. You know, you can go to bed. You are full. Alright, well, no bed for Krista. So what we got here is them coming. So now, if you remember what I explained before, if I was too close to this area... Alright, we're going to get... Who's close? Krista. Oh, we got to undraft you. Krista, turn that power on. And we're going to draft you. And let's get you over here. So, again, what I'm looking for, they're coming from this side. So what I want is for them to come around. And if I'm on the other side, they won't go past this. They're going to want to come into this area. And this is exactly what I'm wanting. And I can see the big insects from there. Remember, I built short walls. Come on. Take that guy out. There we go. Good job. And let's get this guy. Let's get that guy. And how we doing here? And we're good. Got one more. Don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. Trying to be a pain. Hiding in here. And there we go. Okay. And we just got all those done. I think that's pretty darn good. Minimal water damage here, I'm going to say. So, and we got ourselves some more food, which is handy. And I'm liking it. Minor damages, that's okay. These things can be repaired quite easy. The wall never broke, so they didn't even break through to get at my flamethrower. My turret, you do have to understand that even without even being hit, if they take, if they're just being used, they do lose integrity, so keep that in mind, that, you know, it's not the end of the world if some of your stuff takes a bit of damage. I really, really love the shaking of everything. So, I mean, this is why I also don't worry about scrap. There's just a ton of ore, and I will swap between them later on. And now that we don't need the turret, let's get someone to turn that off. There we go. Thank you, Emmeline. Appreciate that. So, once we get Quinn to do a few more clothings, then I'm going to send him off, and let's see what we can get out of this. And I'm going to let Nova, I'm not worried about the scrap right now. I'm going to let her do this because, you know, food is always important. I have to survive this winter. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at doing. What's Krista doing over here? She is not doing well. Let's Let's get her to play some darts. Oh, actually, she needs to sleep. Krista, Krista, Krista. As I say, once you get her a little bit settled, she's a little better. But again, I really need her on that research. She is so fast, and she will peg that all off, and then I will eventually start using her for my farming as well. I'll use her to do the insects, so I'll give her all of the menial shit jobs so she can build up on those as well. Alright. So we're looking pretty good. Let's see. I am going to want to build some cabinets, so I may take some of these down. So let's take both out. Oop, not all of them. Alright, let's take one, let's take another. There we go. And maybe I will take one more here. Because I'm going to want to put some cabinets here. It's really close to their crafting area. And then that way I can keep my clothing separate from the shelves so I can see it much easier to see exactly what I have. And yeah, everybody's good. They're all in bed. I'd say that was a good day. And we got our balloon up finally. Like I said, I was wanting to get that up originally. But, you see it how you see it, and I saw to get this up. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. So I think we're doing okay here. We got lots of room, so I have more ability to run more if I get even more construction materials. Everybody's working hard. This is looking good. And as you see, I barely have to dictate to these people what I need them to do. They will just kind of take care of everything. Let's get this one done too. Alright, and I am going to put a large, or not, large wardrobe. Why is this not picking up? Double chest, there we go. And that should give me enough room to walk through. And there's my soldering bench. So I'm going to get that up. We got some room to come through. Krista's all done research. So let's start researching CPU and the power cells. And that will be good for right now. And let's see how things are going here. So we got some more food that we kind of missed. It's okay. Somebody will get that. As you see, I'm not worried about any of the stuff that's going on, that's happened. And this is going to start getting even easier. This has been a really good run. I've got more than enough power for what I'm doing. I'm going to want to get another laser turret here, and then I will feel a lot better. I will eventually start spreading this out. I will put 2 more flamethrowers in here, and I think that'll be good for quite a while. And then once my base is secure, then I don't have to worry about other things. And, this is the point of this, is to let your people do what they got to do. I'm not overly stressing. I'm not overbuilding. Again, I've seen people that built way bigger than this here, and just, you still have 4 people. I mean, I don't quite understand it. I mean, what can all of these people do at all of these points in time? I need them doing other things. And this is where you see people not having enough food because somebody's not cooking, or they're fighting to say, well, I got Emmeline, but Emmeline's out chopping trees. Here, Quinn, you go cook. Well, what's the point of having Emmeline? This is my point of this. What would be the point of having Emmeline when she makes exquisite food and gives a bonus to people? Why you would ever have anyone else cook puzzles me. But hey, these people play the way they play, and they must have reasons for it. I just don't quite get it. Someone could explain to me why I would ever take Emmeline off this and not have her be the one only cooking. Please leave a comment for me. I'd love to hear why. Um, well, we're at day 43 of year one. We've got a really functioning base here. We got some power now finally, which is good. Uh, Finally got our balloon up. I'm gonna send Quinn off soon. The good thing about him is he is fast, so this will be okay. I think I'm gonna take this at a calm moment to save this up, and we will hit this back again on another episode. I think this has gone pretty good. Do let me know in the comments what you think of the base and how you think this all went. Remember, we are playing on hard. I know that it doesn't really seem like it, but I mean, this is what I explained in my other videos, is hard doesn't have to be hard. Stop worrying about what some of these content creators say about hard or how they make themselves look. I'm not doing this because I'm just awesome at this game. Again, I learned it, and I'm flowing with the game, and I'm not trying to be, uh, you know, problematic in this game. I'm trying to just only do what I'm going to need to do, um, and I'm picking the priorities of what I want. And so far, it's working out fine. We've had enough defenses. I didn't need a labyrinth of a maze. And yeah, this is two flamethrowers have been holding me. A few traps. Got my first turret up. Yeah. And I say, as we're getting into year two, this is what I want it for. We're going to start getting flying insects, and I'm going to need some sort of protection in the air, and this is what these will be for. Yeah, so if you like the video, please like and subscribe. It really does help this. I really want more people to see these videos. I think that, hopefully they're enjoying. If not, I'm hoping that someone is learning something from this and say, hey, I can do that too, and this is what I want from people. Everyone can be able to do this if you follow along a few strategic rules and you roll with the flow. You shouldn't have that much problem even on hard. So yeah, like and subscribe again, and I do look forward to making these again for you. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.